Hello and welcome to episode 17 of our massive Midlands map with 600 towns. Way more than I would suggest, although it's not running too bad, is it? We are looking across the River Avon down there somewhere. We can just see it glinting. Let's bring the mouse in. Just there. They're rebuilding. I'll show you why in a second. I did a little bit of road works just to make sure we've got some outlines for when we come to detailing. Okay, so in the last episode, towards the end, some of you may remember, I asked our lovely Patreon crew to vote on where we should go next. Interesting thing happened. It was a tie. So I'm going to attempt both. I don't know how far that's going to go, but my plan is we're going to go first from Royal Leamington Spa up to Coventry, and then we're going to place in Stratford-upon-Avon and make our way north. That's the plan. And here comes our lovely representation of Chiltern Railways. I believe it's a Class 4000. I can't remember. It's at the front somewhere. But there she goes. It's starting to look a bit better. Rightio. So, detailing. This is obviously in. This is looking better. I do like this. Ooh, Bumbling Brit. He said we should put in Warwick Castle, and I kind of agree with him. The thing is, it would kind of go here. We could make that work. We could definitely make... Let's bring this up. There's Warwick. It's kind of down here. Possibly more there. I think we could make that work, and it'll be a nice bit of detailing. Obviously not today, because it's going to take a while, but we will do it together, I promise. This, I believe it was Captain Winkle who explained to me that this area here was as crazy. There was a lot going on, and there was a signal box somewhere. At first, he originally said it went there, and I don't know whether it went there. He doesn't know whether it went there, but it's going there. It kind of works, right? It's a bit different. I like that. Someone also posted a trains at Leamington Spa, and you know what? It wasn't too bad, our version of it, considering we don't have a large selection of stations to choose from. The guy who was filming it kind of sat here, and he was looking at trains coming on, and I believe he sat that side for a bit. Anyway, it was a busy station, lots of freight. This is what this is in the middle. Freight avoidance. Shall I stop waffling? And shall we try and get to Kenilworth? Now, interesting, Kenilworth. We don't go over the River Leam because we don't have it. That's the Avon right there. However, what we need to do, we need to kind of scoot past Milverton there. And we are going to stay up high. And hopefully all this will make sense. And I'm also hoping that they will rebuild this side, otherwise it's going to be a bit empty. Right, so we want to head up to Leamington Spa, up to Kenilworth. Our station is going to sit about here. And then you see we head up to this section here, which will come down and meet us. Kenilworth. Checkered history, that's for sure. It's been closed and reopened many a times. In fact, it was only recently just opened. And it's a single track station. However, and here's what I'm not sure what we should do. It's a brand new station, and that kind of works for it. Although it's kind of a period building, just modern. I think we should go with the 2-track for now, but maybe not hook it up. That's what I'm thinking. It's going to be a single train that services this line. I should have set this up beforehand, but we'll just sort this out right now. I don't think it'll take too long to make, he said. As he takes forever. What I need to do is put a bit of a curve on it. There is. That maybe just work. 1,000. There we go. Let's... I do actually want this both sides in the middle. Which is B. Got it. I'm almost good at this now. Right, where's Kenilworth? There. We need to be kind of there. In fact, it's quite aggressive. But maybe we'll do it afterwards. So I don't know whether we're going to double track it. We are right to be down here. And here should be... I don't know whether we've got the room for it. Or whether it's going to do it. But there should be... we're kind of heading over there. This should be a viaduct, unfortunately. Do you know what? If we can't get it in, we can't get it in. But I would prefer that we did. Maybe we can make that work. We could drop this a little bit. I mean, we only need a house there. But we could drop this down just a touch. That's what I'm thinking. Enough to make a viaduct. So let's do that. We'll show. I'll show you how quickly we can just make it bend to our will, as it were. Now, this doesn't need to be perfect. But if we could just have the little area, which is a viaduct, then I'll be very happy indeed. That's not enough. We'll keep going down. Just a touch. I think that'll be enough, to be honest. I really do. We don't need much to get it into a viaduct at all. But let's try it. We'll sort this road out eventually. But if we could get this in. The River Leam is kind of like swirling around here too. There we go. Now we've got it. And what I want to do with this is nothing fancy. In fact, let's put a road under there so we know where we're going. Not a big road. This one. We'll put that there. Because we're going to cheat with this one. We're just going to use the normal viaducty bridges. Well, not normal. Where are they? These ones. I think these is all we need. Yeah, that's all we need, you see. I mean, it would be nice if they were closer together. But I think just going with something like that, rather than messing around, making one, will do us just fine. It gives us what's going on here. However, this bit over here, I am tempted to go with a handcrafted one. But not today, because today's about connecting it up. That's what we're doing today. We do need to pass just past Wootton, Leek Wootton. So that'll be there. And because I'll handcraft this off camera. Ready for next episode. There's only so many times you can watch me do this. Let's get rid of these. I'm going to imagine we go over the motorway. So hopefully we can sort that out somehow. We're going to wiggle a bit, aren't we? That's fine. Get rid of this. We're just going to hook straight up. We're going to come off here flat. It's actually one track for quite a way. There's a Milverton Junction, and I think it's actually before the bridge. So what we'll do is we'll put it before this bridge here. I think it would be quite quick as well, looking on the map. So we'll do ours here. That's beautiful. And it is pretty much like this. And the reason I want to do that is because we're condensed. However, there's been a proposal to make this double track. But not until the year... Let me think what it was. 2027, I believe. Which we're quite a way away from. But we'll try it out. Single track like this. This is how it is. There's a passing loop here. But obviously... no, we might put the passing loop in. Are we going to get this in early? I mean, I would love it. It would be kind of cool, right? We'll put that there. We can have a little passing loop just here. I know it looks silly at the moment because it could just connect up to the station, but bear with me. This is kind of what it does. We're kind of going to hook round there. And then how much room do we have here? If we just do that, that should be enough for the trains that run down here. Prefer it a bit quicker. If possible. Like a good speed. Can we do that? I mean, 50 kind of works. What can we get? 60 works. Let's take 60. There's our passing loop. And then we're just going to head straight up to here and see how it does it. You know what? I might take that. Not bad. We've actually got less of a curve. We should maybe be a bit further over. There's more curve this side for us. But I'll kind of take that. I will kind of take that. We can get rid of all this. We know where it's going. I think this needs to be a bridge. Personally. But I don't know whether we're going to get it. Probably not. We will sort that out. I just want to connect up. That is what's important right now. That's going to go like that. This is going to swing round with it. And it goes down to a single track again. We'll take 60 again if possible. Can we... oh, 59 is close enough, isn't it? Make sure the track isn't terrible. Let's signal her up. It's a bit ambitious doing this right now, but... if we go for getting all of the things in, I think we'll manage it. I want to get this track in and put the little shuttle service that they have. And back here. There we go. We're getting there. Then we can one-way these. We're probably going to need clearing signals, but... we'll make this work. Our little shuttle service is just one train that runs. It stops in there, turns around, and goes back. Alrighty. Let's have a couple on the bridge halfway. Come on. There we go. And this side. I like to put them one way because I like to know what I'm doing. Which... inevitably causes me loads of issues later on, but ignore that fact. Okay, these two are definitely one way. It's a passing loop. We don't need any clearing signals because they're good enough to like do that themselves. This local service, it's kind of new because the station for Kenilworth was only just reopened this year, as I said, in early this year. Well, actually, no, it wasn't that long ago. And there was all sorts of problems. And they... I'll get to that. There we go. There were promises of it being double tracked. And so they put in a... this is kind of ballast. And there's nothing on the other side at all. But we can connect this up straight away, which I like. I have to figure out how to fix the A46. I think it goes underneath. I think it's the A46. Either the A45 or the A46. Possibly bridges. Not road bridges either. But we're not overly bothered about that as it stands. Not today. Today is about progression. That's what I want it to be about. Let's give us some... I think we're done. I think we're straight in there. It's not the prettiest, but I'll take it. I don't know what I'm destroying here. It's not Kenilworth, I don't think. What is that area? Castle End. This is where we run straight between Castle End and Kenilworth. That is beautiful. I will take that. In fact, I think we should put the shuttle in. It is a West Midlands railway train. Should we create it and get it in there? Because I got that. I mean, it looks terrible. We haven't really done it. It needs a lot of... this is awful. We need to bring this down quite a bit. But we'll make it work. See, we can do some of our fancy stuff right there. We'll lower this to make it not quite as awful. I think we're still above sea level. Just. Tidy this. Official episode. That's the only reason. Promise. Okay. Now we can connect this back up and have a gentle... there we go. I think it's supposed to be connected up to this one, but this is flat, so can we do this? Improvisation, why not? I mean, when you come to detailing, then we can figure out what we're doing. Let's put it on high. Never remember, do I? Now, you see, if I was just doing the Coventry run, I would have then detailed all the way there. However, because I want to get all the things done, which is what we're going to try and do today, as I mess about with that, we are going to... Let's put some more roads in. I'm still messing about with it, aren't I? I've got to. I have to. I bet that road's wonky. That's actually not too bad, but we could tidy it up. I don't like it. I don't like how it smooths it out. To be fair. I think we could do a better job of it. I prefer it to go kind of straight for a little bit. Or just a constant would be nice. But that's quite difficult to do. Automatically, anyway. There we go. That's a bit of a better T-junction. We'll get that in. Don't know what that road's doing. I think the AI built it. This is all trees down here. So that kind of works. Should we put some trees in together? I know, I feel like I'm rushing today. I blame my Patreons, I really do. I can understand what they were saying, though. It'd be nice to do that branch line down there as well. I was torn, really. I didn't mind where we went. Wasn't exactly prepared to try both, but I thought, why not? Also, let's have a look over here. There we go. I put all this in. There are only so many of these you can really watch me do. It's not bad, is it? It's the same thing as we did in Birmingham. So if you want to see how I do these, go check back in the episode where I build the viaduct. It wasn't too long ago. Yeah, we were making a line, weren't we? New line. You're going from there to Kenilworth, and it called it Kenilworth. That's nice. To here, not sure how it works. You are Chiltern Railways. What we're going to call this? The Leamington to Coventry shuttle. Sounds about right. Beautiful. Not beautiful. We after Coventry we need to head back there. Beautiful. Now it's beautiful. Shall I say beautiful again? Of course. Beautiful. Right. Let's close that. I mean, this works. Fine. I'll take it. Could we go on the other one? We probably could, right? We could probably go on 4. Yes. We don't need to do that, though. That is a thing we don't need. So after Kenilworth, please go via this signal here. Thank you. That is better. We don't have... That's not a slip switch, is it? No. And I don't think we could make it as one. If I remember correct. We can make that as one. But that's just epically pointless. These are sidings. So we don't want anything using those. In fact, you know what we could do? We could, oh, I don't know how to play the game. I'm just excited to get all this new infrastructure in. That's what I'm excited for. More trains, more services. We can probably play it now and let them rebuild a little bit. Yes, let them rebuild. Look at the date. We're about to tick into 1910. Moving along. We're going to get high-speed rail soon at this rate. Talking of which, I believe this is part of high-speed 2? HS2? Oh, we got some goodies. What we got? Oh, I'm planting trees. Get off that. Oh, do you remember we read this? The little tank wagons and stuff. Where they rebuild them. I wonder if they're a little bit more powerful. This is tank wagon territory as well, isn't it? Oh, we'll have a look about what train we'll use on here. Cross country, I want to use something not GWR, if possible. So we'll definitely have a look at that. A guy called Pi was definitely Not impressed with the amount of GWR as much as we love them, but he's right. That's all we have, I think. There is just no other trains. So we'll use cross-country will be not GWR. As a train comes... Oh, you stop there, do you? Okay, I think you should technically stop there. Or can you? Can you stop there? I would like you to change platforms if possible. Okie dokie. He is switched to 3. That kind of works. Now, let's get us a train on here. We have no depots up this end facing the right way. We have one down there, but it's facing completely the wrong way. So let's cheat. As we do, or as I do anyway. You probably don't. You're probably like, this is terrible, Brand. Use the depots, real ones. Do not upset me like this. I don't know. We'll use these because they're like depots anyway. And then we'll just put them there. And it's like, this is where we're up to. This is where we're up to. Go past there, you run off the end of the track, which apparently is a thing back then. Let's get us a train on to use our new service. It's just a single train. We might have this one as... Let's go locomotives. Where is the rebuild? So this does 40 instead. Yeah, that's better, isn't it? That does 40. What is this one? Should we have this one? What is this one? Dean's Goods class. Let's have this one as our Chiltern line. It's not Chiltern, is it? It is West Midlands, which means I don't think it's the purple ones either. I think they're like a weird colour. I almost want to say they're yellow. We'll go with purple because that's what West Midlands train railway are. We'll go with purple. But it's just like a small little shuttle service. Wagons. Where are our wagons? We've lost them. Help. These ones. We'll do something similar to what we had before. And I think that will be good for our shuttle service. We'll have to recolour the line. Oh, doesn't that look cool? Oh, I like that. Let's recolour the line, though. You are not that. You are that. He looks so cool. Oh, we could get on board and go over our bridge. Hey, look over here, guys. It's the only church I could find, but there you go. It's Leamington, a Royal Leamington Spa Church. I mean, it's kind of cool. This doesn't look bad, does it? Look, we're using the freight avoidance line. There is a lot of freight that comes through here for any freight lovers. So when it comes to freight, this is going to be a busy pass-through. In fact, we've got some awesome, massive freight yards to do further down south as well. So I'm really looking forward to that. And some more west and some more north. Really excited for that. There's our little signal box. We're just going to mosey on over here. Beautiful. And away we go. I don't mind the little dip. Now, okay, so that crossover we just went round, that is, I believe, in real life, 20 miles an hour. So we actually go around faster. As you do. We will tidy all this up. I will make some road bridges and things, and we'll just get it all linked up. I will finish the viaduct off. I kind of feel like we could leave this single track. It sort of works a bit in the way it does at on the East Coast Main Line. So I've put more motorway in. This is our M40. I've done some more of the roads around here. If you've not checked out Discord yet, or if you are in there, check out Marine 42's version of this. He's doing a grand job. A grand job. Well, not my name, but the word. We are also going to have a few industries around here. I may have mentioned it last week. Last episode. It would have been last week. This is Sundays. Okay, so you're doing that. That's fine. If you want to do that, that is absolutely fine. I've got no choice in the matter, apparently. Don't know what you're doing there. I mean, maybe we could maybe make that a thing. I mean, I'm not supposed to be... Oh, yes, we are. We're kind of working on this line. We could do it like this, you see. And connect there. I bet we can make this work. Go on. You know you wanna. Beautiful. Why couldn't you just done that automatically? I don't know. Got to get rid of that. Oh, do you know... It's like a little speed bump. It's not too bad. Can we make that work, though? Or have I messed that up now completely? Yeah, you're just going to keep doing that. Where are you going? You can't get over here. Silly car. Can we? Can we just fix that? Yeah, it's just going to keep it, isn't it? That's fine. You know what? It's fine. Not acceptable. So what do we do to get that back? We need to lower that. That kind of works anyway. That was ugly. Here we go. Still haven't got the leg back. We do have a leg there now, though. I don't mind that. I mean, that kind of works, right? Anyway, put it in and get on with it. Right. We need to head down to... all the way down here. Stratford-upon-Avon. Interesting terminus station, this. I think it's going to be about here. We stop at Wilmcote up there. Don't know whether we stop at Bishopton. I think we just scoot past it. This station is a terminus, but it's not. I mean, it is, but the station doesn't have it doesn't terminate at the end of the... I'll show you. So, I had a look on the map further south. And what it looks like is... And the reason why this isn't a terminus station, yet it is because the track actually continued down here, and it's now like a road and then a dirt path, and then so... Shall we go with Dr. Beeching there? Probably responsible for trashing that. Good job, sir. Good job. Proud of you. Everybody's proud of you. Right, let's get rid of this. It's all a bit close anyway. They will rebuild, and hopefully better than what they've done here. We don't want to get rid of too much, though. As they destroy all of Stratford-upon-Avon. Beautiful. That's how we do. Well, that's how I do. It's going to be super official. Apologies for those of you who enjoy watching a bit of detailing. We have plenty of that to come. But let's face it, we could use like more network. And having in... we now have the part of the cross-country line as well, which is the one our little shuttle's on, which is going to share with the cross-country trains. And if we can get this one in... Interestingly, this is my Stratford-upon-Avon station. I don't think it's too bad. It's kind of like there. We're going to have to really plough through here. A little bit worried, to say the least. Okay. No, because we got that there. All right, we can do this. We are going to be placing a station here, kind of on a curve. Then we curve back round, and there'll be another station there. About there. And then we kind of branch off that way. And branch off aggressively that way. To Bearley across the top of it. Barely, sorry. So we've got Wilmcote, Barley Station. Then the other one heads up that way. Right, let's do it. Let's get it in. I think here works. I just do. I just think it works. Oh, do you know what I didn't put in? I didn't put in our... we're not even looking remotely north, are we? I didn't put in my little road. I can't remember who it was who gave me that idea. But thank you. It is kind of a good idea. As we just found out then. So if we draw... that should be pretty much north to south. Go there. Am I right? Yeah, that'll do. So now we're facing north to south. That makes a bit more sense. We are going to be a bit more aggressive than the real life tracks. So this was at all sorts of the wrong angle. And it kind of does fit in there. I do like that. That does kind of work. We do a little wiggle. after we come out the station, that kind of works beautifully. Now after here, this is interesting. This is what gets me. It's pretty much like this. It's a bit weird. There's no room for it to really turn around at all. It just kind of does that. It's very odd. I would imagine it might have been double tracked. But looking at the size of it, I'm kind of leaning towards single track. What could we do here? Don't know. Could we have a depot? Or a massive station on the other end? No, we're not doing that. Okay, so we need to head... It pretty much goes like this. We need to head round here. It is all double track. I'm going to guess this isn't the fastest. We want to get Bishopton in. The little station that we're going to have. Yeah, just get rid of it. About there. Do you know, I'm kind of excited if I even remotely get any of this in. Obviously, we already got some in. I mean, reasonable amounts. We're kind of on a curve here. It's just a standard station. I'm kind of tempted to use him at some point because we never really do. And I think a good candidate will be Wilmcote, because it's first off, Wilmcote is tiny. Unfortunately, you can't really set like a maximum, I don't think, of a village size. It'd be nice if you could ever set that. Oh, I think I need a new mouse. It might be my mouse going. Finally, after 6 or 7 years I've had this mouse. Needless to say, if they're still selling them, I'll be buying another. Because I've had Razer before, and they literally die on me after about a year, because I play games and use my PC excessively. So, always run into problems with mice. I want to go with this one. I think this will work for us. And I would like to just join up to there. Because it is a bit wiggly up here, and this kind of makes sense. We're going to keep it at its default length. Okay, that is working. I like that. What length is the default for that? Let's have a little look. 160 absolutely works. Tempted to have a... definitely tempted to have a second street connection. So if we can do that, that would be beautiful. Of course you can't, because you're an old type station, and which makes the game panic every single time. Alright, so we got that in. Need to delete that. This needs to make more sense. Again, that doesn't make sense, does it? Hopefully we can just... There we go. I like that. That's kind of nice. Yeah, just join up there. There's not much left here, really, is there? Oh, that's not... As much as I want to just put temporary roads in, I do want them to look not awful. Let's join this up. Now, here, all down here is car parking. So, not sure what we're going to do with it. We could attempt to add a parking lot or / car park. See, it's so easy to get distracted. I'm really tempted to start detailing and looking up bridges like I normally do. But I've kind of promised myself and told you guys at the beginning, let's look north. You know, kind of looking north, south. There are we? Are we though? Come on. Yeah, we are. Look at that. Good idea that. Whoever you are, I apologise sincerely that I can't remember your name. That's why this made no sense earlier, because this is supposed to be a gentle curve round up to there. So we go kind of barely a station is just there. Oh, I amuse myself. And only myself most of the time. I think this is a good candidate. 160. Looking at it anyway. Not really how the station goes. It's on a curve, and this one, I can't see anywhere where this curves. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I can't see it. We only want to be one side too. Now, if we get it kind of like... No, I want it curved. I really want this station in though. But all the stations around here curve. Oh, could we cheese it? We've got to get it in, right? We've just got to cheese it. I think that's all we can do. Right, can we just bridge off of that? Not bridge. Bridge is the wrong word. Can we... Okay, so we do that for a little bit. And then we'll turn into a normal road. Like that. That kind of works. That does indeed kind of work. I hope this doesn't crash. It's the first time I've used it. Those that use it at home, or wherever you are, you could be watching this at work. Let me know if you have any crashing issues. I've not heard anybody say so. So fingers crossed it's not a thing. We'll join up like that. I think that looks adorable. We're going for a bit of artistic license with this, guys. This is not really how it is, but it also gives us a bit more variety. We'll have a massive roundabout in the town centre. I'll smooth all that out. And hopefully we don't have any issues later on. I don't know whether they build on here or what. Oh, look at the little bench. Little benches. That's amazing. Please, please, please don't crash. Oh, I haven't closed my savey things. There you go. That's the only station we have. You are now Horton in Ribblesdale. Enjoy. Well, no, we're not. Yeah, you are. We've chosen for you. Okay, I'm happy with that. It's a little commuter network. It really matters not. Right then. We need to get our curve on for around here. I'm going to definitely keep that straight. Speed is not a problem. So we need to swing by, and this one, the barely's going to be about there. And I promise I won't use the barely a station joke again. So we can barely get this in. I did it. I couldn't help it. Sorry. Right, on with the show. Everybody's probably left by now. Should we go with a standard station with a curve? These kind of work, don't they? As little stations for villages, and we never use them. Yeah, stick with the whole 160. Let's give it a bit of a curve. On the plus. There we go. That's beautiful. Let's make sure we're kind of lined up. Because we curve, and then we curve the other way. So, that looks about right. We'll make this much more of a gentle curve. Not a crazy. So we might as well just connect both stations up. As long as we've got... this comes off like so. As long as it doesn't make a mess here, I think we're good. Is that it? Does that look good to you? I think that looks good. That goes up like that. This goes after here. Goes to a single line again. It might be even before. I should have checked. But we'll take this. It might actually be quite slow, to be perfectly honest with you. Let's go round here. We just need to... Whatever it does. Brilliant. Excellent. Straight in. That I like. We'll smooth it a bit. You know what, guys? We've connected more. And we can adjust our line up there. These should all be called the right thing. Because that was my intention as I was designing this map, was all the villages and suburbs generally have a purpose, not just for rail networks. Sometimes it's for freight, road freight as well. And other times they're just bus stops. I like this. I don't like that little wiggle, actually. Could we wiggle better? Said no one ever. Go like that. And then get rid of that. I want a much better wiggle. There we go. That's more terrible. I will get this right, promise. What we need to do, we need to swing out more. Like that. And then that's a better wiggle. There we go. I like that. That is much nicer. I like that. You wiggle superbly. Master Wiggler. You, sir, are going to continue that way soon. Good job for you. I don't know where the Chiltern train stops. Now I don't know where we're going at all. Can you believe how far we got? What's this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stations? In one episode. And 0 detailing, obviously. But progress. Progress is important too. We'll freestyle it a bit anyway. When it comes to me doing these properly and taking a look at the roads, see where the bridges are, we'll go for a little journey around the map. Don't like that. That's awful. All of that is terrible, game. Absolutely terrible. You're fired. Because you're on a uppity slope, aren't you? That works. That doesn't work here. Poor villages and towns, although they are villages for the best part. So, not really. You should be much smaller. I'd love to force you into being smaller. And stay that way. But we make do with what we got. And that's part of the fun for me. Like, we know what the game does and we know what it can't do. So you try and make it work and you improvise. There. There's our little branch line to Stratford-upon-Avon. Loving that. The Chiltern train that comes down here, I bet if we go back over to Hatton here, I bet it uses this. That's what this is for. To go down this branch line. Because the Midlands train, Midlands Railway, West Midlands Railway train comes down here. I bet it is, you know. That's beautiful. We'll have that run. Since we've got this in, shall we make this it go to its destination now? Right? Because that's a big old list of stations right there. Oh dear. So Claverdon is the first one. And then it's going to Lapworth. So how do we do this? After Lapworth, you would technically come back to Claverdon. Then you would go here. There we go, to Barely. Then you go there. Then you go there. Then you turn around. Hopefully this works. Oh, did I just click about 3,000 times? Yes, I did. That won't work, will it? And then you go to Barely. Because we've got no signals, I think that works, right? Because we've got no signals, it's not auto doing this correctly. So Barely on the way back needs to be 2. Am I right? Why don't you like that? Because of this platform here, I bet. Yeah, we're going to have to do them all, aren't we? Wilmcote. You are also... No, you're platform 1. And Bishopton. You are going to be platform... Wrong Bishopton. Leave that alone. 2. That should be right. I feel like we're missing a crossover here. Or 3. Don't know how these cross over, actually. Maybe should have looked. I am going to take a guess that it's like that. And like that. For now. A lot of them out this way are. That kind of makes sense. Alrighty. I'm down with that. Are you guys down with that? We'll probably need more trains on here. I don't know, though. We could run sparingly. Shall we signal this up? Because this is an absolute mess. Let's go here. These are two-way, obviously. There, and there. There. One there. I remember an advert with that. There. I can't remember what that is. Like a plaster advert or something when I was a kid. I don't know. Don't know why that popped in my head. That's silly. Let's get this signalled up. Can we play it now? Let's play it and see what happens. Get that signalled up. Only go one way. We'll put one leaving. Because we're going to have Chiltern running down here too. I mean, it doesn't matter if we don't get up to Taichi much. We have got the complete branch line here, which has made me extremely happy. We're obviously going to have to signal this. There and there. There. And I would say here too. We'll kind of go with that. I like that. I think that covers all of our bases. Zoom out a bit. Make it easier on ourselves. Beautimous. I like that. We'll have another one entering, which is also going to be sort of a clearing signal. Another one entering that side too. Oh. No, actually, yes. We just don't need that one. That one could prove problematic. But we do want this one. Excellent. And that will be protecting that signal. We'll need one leaving then. Anyway, because it's a station. But we'll do that. We can't technically have this signalled up how I want it. I'm not even sure this should be here now. Because they... I don't know now. How do we manage this? How do we manage that? You don't really want a signal there, do you? At all. Oh, yes, you do. No. Look, this could be a problem. Do not. Wait. Yes, it could be a problem. Do that. I don't want any signals there. Even though there's... Oh. We might have to double track that. We'll see. We'll see how the game doesn't handle any of this section. Because we're going to have... Oh, this is where you really want a timetable. Like, superbly want a timetable. I'm going to have a quick look on the map where we're heading after here. So, we've missed a station right here. You would think out of all these 600 towns, I would remember to put Wootton. Wootton Waywon is apparently right there. However, it's not in, so our first stop is Henley. Henley in Arden. This is where we're heading to. We're going to have it kind of... Need to get rid of all this. We're going to have it kind of here. It's on a bit of a curve. I'm really liking these. 160 kind of works. And do you know what? No. Let's have it out there. It's very curvy around here. And luckily it's double tracked, so we won't have the same sort of problem. That's brilliant. Why won't you... Oh, I don't like that. I don't know why you do that. Don't like that at all. Let's knock you back a bit. Remember when you was a big town, Henley? Not anymore. Had my wicked bulldozer way with you. Not sure what that means. Henley and Arden is in. Oh, this bit is kind of crazy. And it's unfortunate that I didn't put woot woot. That I didn't put Wootton Waywon in. It would have been about right here somewhere. Anyway, we're kind of doing this. I don't know why we're doing that, but we are going to be doing that. We can stick to the terrain here, and then we continue to go out a little bit. I don't mind the elevation change for stuff like this. Now you see, the thing about all of this, even though it's bumpy like that, the thing about the more rural routes is there's a lot less messing around to do with bridges and things. But what we're doing with this is we'll eventually get all our fields up and figure out what sort of industries, using this button, yeah. What sort of industries best work. This is our, what is this? Is that really a coal mine? Doesn't look like a coal mine. No, it's not the coal mine, it's the forest. Forestry. No, just the forest. There is a big forest about here, so this is where we'd have a forest, and it would completely make sense, you see, because it's all forestry around there. And then up here we'd have the sawmill as where's the sawmill? There we go. Then you have the sawmill there. Do we have, like, yeah, and then you can kind of just hook in up there, and that's what we'll be doing up here, filling this with a relatively correct industry, just so we can start feeding things. We can fit farms up here, you see. There's plenty of areas here that could be farming. Obviously there is farming because of the amount of fields. Some of them are just greenbelt stuff, but yeah, and then we can sceneryify some of these. Usually ones you can see from the trackside. Like, we might be able to see that from the trackside. So over here we could have some like felling equipment, perhaps, some trees chopped down. But this one, for instance, I don't think we can see that from anywhere, can we? We can, kind of. We could have some big buildings there. There we go. Put some big buildings in. Gotta keep in mind that since we're placing these manually, we need to do stuff like make sure we can fit in our little freight buildings. Not little, are they? We can have it either there. What would be better though, maybe, but detailing wise, is have it kind of facing like that, and then would have a road coming in there. Eventually these, we might make these tarmac straight off the bat, to be fair. But you have that like that. Now, when you're on your little cab ride, you can just see the top of it over there. I like that. I already like that. I know I've got distracted. See what happens? I don't know why I'm doing it, to be honest. Loving this. I think we've done that quite well. I like this. We are coming towards the end of the episode. We need to put Danzy Green in. Is another small station, another tiny station, in fact. I don't know what it's going to be. Should we get one in? One more at least. Let's fix all that, because you're making a mess. You're absolutely making a mess. Get that in. Get that lined up. We don't like rocks. We are totally against rocks. No one invited you. Look at them all. So many rocks. Well, the mailman just turned up and delivered my pants. New pants and new shirt for a wedding I've got to go to Wednesday, which is great. I am actually excited about that. I sound sarcastic, but I'm not. However, I've completely lost my train of thought. And I know we're getting towards the end of the episode, so it kind of works. I've got to go and try those on and realise that I've probably put on more weight than the last time I measured myself. As is always the way. Okay, let's put in Danzy Green. We're just going to keep flowing with it. It probably has no continuity now whatsoever. This one I kind of like for Danzy Green. We want 2 tracks. I kind of like this one. This works for me. Not about you guys. But we want to keep them different. That's one of the main things. We're going to stick it here. And then we're going to... It does do this, by the way. You look on the map between all of these stations. They are wiggly. Super wiggly. Which is cool. Because once we get the scenery in, it's going to be a nice little cab ride. Which we are getting to. And we are definitely getting towards Guess the Station. I do have a plan. I've got to thank you. I don't know how many people are still watching this long. It's been a bit of a weird one. Productive, I'm going to say. I don't know how many of you actually like the fact I've gone a bit crazy on track laying and infrastructure. But it was about time, right? I feel like I've been overly detailing at times. So I think it was about time for a bit of progression on the... I did that as a way of an apology for missing... for losing where I was on the map. We've already got the signals in. You don't have to watch me do a billion of those. What we'll do is we'll put this in, and then we're good. Down here, at least. We'll save putting on the new services. That actually wants to be a bit further back. Awkward. Oh, come on. Get it. We'll save putting on our new services until we are connected. In the next episode, we are going to finish off this connection. We're going to wiggle our way up to Taichi. And it's a real wiggle. It's fun, actually. I like this, the way this track goes. I'm really looking forward to the cab rides. We're going to get a lot of scenery done around here. This is going to be another industrial area, I believe. Whether it's farms and stuff. Major food area, I believe. We'll go for like major food and some more forestry. Definitely farms, though. This might be our super farming area. But with truck delivery, because I want that. And we're going to have lots of bus routes out here. Connecting all these up. Really looking forward to that. I think that's been an episode, guys. Look at that. We have done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Did we put barely in? Well, we barely put barely in. I said I wouldn't. I did it. Even though I said I wouldn't. 7. Lucky 7. 7 new stations. No detailing. I do apologise about that. But, I mean, I say no detailing. But would you agree that stations and track... We can play this again. Stations and track is detailing. I mean, right? That is detailing. I don't know why I didn't put those one way. We rectify that. That's a bit weird. I was thinking about other things possibly at that point. We can have one here, though. Maybe I was supposed to put that on the other side. Because then it'll be a clearing signal. There we go. That makes way more sense. Didn't we change you? Do you know what I want to do before we go? I took a cab ride myself. One of the guilty pleasures about doing this series is I can play this map when I like. And I will put... Not this episode. What are you waiting for? Okay. You made me panic there. I thought you was going to go that way. I want to get rid of... These don't stop at Lapworth at all. Not even close. I want to get rid of Lapworth. Because these... they don't stop at Hatton either. But we don't have our... we don't have our... Yeah, we don't have a West Midlands railway that stops there. Is it West Midlands? Something stops at Hatton. I want to say it's a different Chiltern service, so we'll leave that. And since Lapworth is served by our little West Midlands railway train here, they can deal with Hatton. And this is becoming a bit more of an express. So this would be the Class 86 with the DVT on the back. The ones that do the stopping and possibly go to Snow Hill will be the DMUs that do that. Yes, brilliant. Okay, I really wanted to get rid of Lapworth. Let's jump on this guy. As we're going over the River Avon there. I would have liked to have seen that though, wouldn't you? We're heading for lovely Warwick. We'll put a castle in at some point. I believe Bumbling Brit offered me... Go and watch his series if you haven't, by the way. The link to his channel is always listed on my channel, I believe on the homepage. So you can check that out. It'll be on the recommended viewing list to the right of my channel. He does a little more historic version of what I do and to a grander scale. So it's kind of... I don't know what sort of scale it will be, but he's doing the entire UK. No, not the entire UK. Let me get it right. England and Wales, I believe. Something like that. I can't remember. I'm terrible. Sorry. Sorry, Mr. Brick. And, yeah, on the same size map as mine. So if you can imagine that sort of scale. That's been episode 17. I'm looking forward to the castle off. I guess that's what we'll call it. I'm not going to watch his episode that he does it in. And we can compare castles afterwards. Which is a little bit of fun, right? So, until then, take care.